Welcome to the recap of Pulp Cthulhu Blackheart Crucible Session 45. As always, let me thank Juce at Master of the Game for hosting and playing, his partner in crime, Paul at Awkwardly Nerdy, Bill at RollStats, the unholy trinity of Jason, Josh, and Isaiah, Dustin for his role as 13, and former players Brendan, Mike, and Dave. We pick it up this week as the players enter Tunguska Base in search of Ernie Montana, in hopes that he can help them build a device that will remove the ooze that is currently encompassing their world. And with that said, does anyone else have anything relevant to add before we begin?
I'll punt him like I punt babies.
So the sirens are going off. Katerina gets up off the ground like, smoking, as she usually is anyway. And the soldier now is caught on fire, and he's flailing around on the ground.
Yeah, she's just going to leave the soldier to burn.
Look at the glove box for a map.
Right.
Yeah, there's a bunch of Russian maps, yes.
Snatch those up and just be pouring over him, looking for the compound on the maps and looking for grid lines and everything. Ethel will use grid coordinates to, with the MLRS, target guard towers, anything that looks like a barracks.
That central building looks on the map to be like a mile long. And as you look at it, you realize it's like a round circle, like an impact crater from like a meteor.
Go ahead and hit the armory as well as a fuel depot if there's one inside, as well as the barracks, and just damage the factory a bit, cause mass confusion.
Basically, she's picking out key targets and is going to send rockets towards all of them.
The main building, are you going to do anything with that?
The closest side to us, Ethel will probably scatter 5 rockets along the side of it. 3 really close to each other, and 2 on each side of it to try and make multiple openings for us, should we need to have options to get into that building. Yeah, as this vehicle screams rockets to the sky.
You hear a couple impacts, and then all of a sudden the alarm stops. There's massive explosions. You hear one, and then a really loud secondary explosion, and the ground just shakes. You hear a noise like shit falling on the top of the MLRS, like pang, pang, like could be debris or crap and stuff falling on the... and then a loud thump. 13, you're there.
As the potatoes scatter down the side of it.
Yeah, one rolls in front of the windshield.
Open the top hatch, look in and see, the ear will fall out, hit Bonnie in the face. Room for one more.
Punch it, Bonnie. Get us inside.
On the way.
You can see that the guard tower is on the ground on fire. Buildings are on fire, burning. One has a huge plume of fire, and you can still see sparks and shit shooting up. You would guess that's probably the ammo depot. Ahead of you, it looks like a oval, that's sticking out of the ground. It's this large concrete thing that you would surmise is the main base. And on the side of it, there's some smoke coming out where some of it has been damaged where it was hit.
Aim for the hole, Bonnie.
I beg your pardon, Grandma?
No, we just made a new back door.
A back door man.
Just so you know, we should be charging for that.
Oh.
Giving us some OnlyFans content over here.
Gotta get rid of that toe jam, man.
I'd buy that for $1.
You see a hand, somebody climbing out of the rubble, looks like they have a white lab coat or something. And they're coughing, and they're just...
I'm dressed in my Russian officer uniform still, correct? I will run up to them with the 249 and say, hello there, in English, because I don't speak Russian.
Gives a very quizzical look.
Ethel's going to come running up shortly after, and in Russian.
Have you seen Dr. Ernie?
No. What was that? What happened?
We're under attack. We gotta secure him. Where would he be?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Weird, Doctor. Clamp hands.
It almost looks afraid of what you're asking. I've got to secure the product. And he starts to climb back down into the hole.
Come on, everyone after him.
When she says everyone after him, I just unload with my gun in the general vicinity down the hole. After him, that to me means shoot him.
Do you see Tom?
It's probably better if I just jump down and then start catching people.
Jump down this hole and kind of slide. You kind of land, hit the ground.
I'm trying to catch you.
No, that's still a fail.
Bonnie tries to catch you, and it's the rocks are slippery. You land on some... from these lights.
My
13
back.
slides down and runs right into Ethel, rolling on some of the tables.
There goes my lumbar.
You're among these green plants. They got to be like 8 feet tall. You look around, it's like a jungle. And there's all these lights. Some of them are flickering and now out. And there's people yelling. And there's a couple localized fires down here. And some of the electrical is sparking.
Would I guess these might be marijuana plants?
That would be correct.
These are big ones.
The time I spent in Amsterdam appeared to have come to use.
And you're excited to go to Amsterdam. You buy your pot, you buy your 6-pack of beer in the supermarket and do whatever you like.
So this is that devil's lettuce they talk about.
Yeah, you would like this stuff, 13.
He would take one of the leaves and sample it.
I'm going to look at Luther and just go, easy, boy.
He puts his hands out and he's just knocking all the leaves back as he's walking through.
We got eggs in our elevator. Let's go with elevator.
I think so.
So you're making your way through these rows and rows of pot plants, and you come across like 4 workers in white lab coats, kind of meet you in an intersection,
Where's the lab? What floor?
and they start running.
Yeah, they're gonna
13
die.
shoots them.
As soon as I see 13 shoot, I shoot as well.
I think it's like a psychic connection we all have that just says open up full auto.
13 just about kills one of them.
I imagine I just start seeing trees get chopped down by the bullets.
The bodies just fall over each other, and they
smell
are
is-
all down.
The smell is far more pungent than it was a minute ago.
It was top notch.
Contact highs for everyone.
And I found things to be really funny.
Now we really gotta haul ass. Go, go, go.
After you, Grandma.
Who's got the ring of Stalin?
I'm going to remove my glove and put the ring up against it.
Instantly lights up and the doors open. You all get into the elevator, piling in. You look and see as a soldier has stepped out from behind some of these pot plants with a rifle, and he fires. 13. You take 13 damage. Then you hear the gun jam, start slamming it, trying to get it to work, and the doors close. And then you can hear what sounds like he threw the gun and it hits the door.
13, are you? Oh, good heavens.
I wasn't expecting those bullets to pack a punch, but they did.
Yeah, 7.62's a bitch.
Luther's like, rough, 13, and he hands you his body armor. He's like, Katerina will protect me. Don't she won't let me get shot.
13's gonna hide behind Bonnie.
I'll hide behind Ethel.
So what you're saying is that right now Bonnie has bunny ears.
Okay, so as soon as the door opens, there's a guy in a lab coat with a pistol 20 feet away, aiming right at the elevator.
Let him have it, Bonnie.
And he just falls back, drops the weapon, and he slams up against some kind of like control panel, slumps and hits the ground. All right, he's dead. So as you guys move into the room, you can hear other voices. Whoever else is in here is hunkered down.
Nobody move. Where's the Dr. Ernie?
You hear a noise like a chair moving, and somebody gets up in a coat and starts running across the room as fast as they can.
Tommy, tackle that guy.
Very specific when you give Tommy
Shoulder
instructions.
straight into the lower sternum area, trying to crack those bottom ribs.
Knock him down.
I imagine him laying there going,
Ethel's gonna stick her gun in his face.
Where's the Dr. Ernie?
I don't know.
Well, tell me who would know.
He just points to the end of the hall, like where he was running, and there's a door there.
Where does that lead?
Ship.
Come on, everyone. Apparently they've got a ship.
As he runs by, 13's gonna take the wand of Orcus, dip it right onto the skull,
And
and
if you
push
see-
down as he drives by us.
One like goes like right into his head, and his face begins to like desiccate, and his eyes just kind of like fall back into his head, and he just turns to dust.
Give me the location of this place and the guy mentioning a ship. I think we're dealing with like one of them crashed spaceships like those assholes showed up with.
The ICAAOP.
Yeah.
O.P.P, yeah, you know me. Get out with O.P.P, yeah, you know me.
You make your way down the stairs, and you enter this large room. In the center of it is a giant rocket ship.
Holy shit, they salvaged the wreck from the ocean.
13, you see somebody pop out from one of the, like a bunch of barrels with a rifle aiming it at your group.
I take my pistol and shoot him.
So you fire and hit him 3 times. You see he's like in a lab coat. Now it's covered in blood. Tommy hits him. He collapses to the ground. Tommy continues to hit him. Destroys the box. These bunch of styrofoam come out and like cover his body, and now they're all covered in blood.
Everyone drop your weapons and hit the floor.
You hear weapons hitting the floor, and 8 guys come out. One is in an astronaut's outfit, and they all come out with their hands raised.
Where's Dr. Ernie?
One of the guys steps forward. He looks older. He adjusts his glasses. Who's this doctor you're looking for?
Dr. Ernie,
What's this information worth?
your life.
We are just scientists down here. You let us leave, and we will tell you where this doctor is. He's kept secure below, but you can't get there from here. You have to go to that main control center.
After the control room, where do we go?
I don't know. There's some sort of dais on the floor that somehow they say you can get to his room. We don't have access to it. Only those of the cult of Stalin are allowed to see him.
Stay down here or you're dead.
They all kind of walk over and kind of huddle in the corner and pull out some vodka.
Boris, there's something about this dais that's supposed to be in this room. We got to figure out
Yes,
how
over
to get
here in
through.
the corner on the opposite side, there is dais on ground. I'm not sure what it is. It has a strange symbol. What did you find down there, Ethel?
Some kind of rocket. They salvaged the spaceship that crashed.
That's
in
what
the
they
ocean.
explain is they are launching satellite. This
What
would be a
type of
very
satellite?
big problem for everyone if they put satellite in orbit.
I'm going to go up to the dais and look at the symbol.
The symbols look very familiar, the same ones that are on your ring.
I'm going to walk on top of and step onto the dais.
So as soon as you step on it, you can feel the energy there, and you know how to activate it.
Well, I understand how this one works. Everyone on board the village dais.
Punch it, Bonnie.
You appear, there's some kind of gas in here, and there's a bunch of earwigs that are flying everywhere in this room. The visibility, it's very hard to see.
This is a terrible idea. This
You
is a
got
terrible
bitch
idea.
lungs, kid.
Ernie!
This ain't nothing. You should try breathing asbestos.
On each end of the hallway is another one of those daises,
My gut says left.
That's what I was thinking, left.
and now appear in this room that's kind of small. It's got a really tall ceiling, and there's a huge Russian flag that's draped from the ceiling covering the entire wall. And there's a 10-foot statue. You would recognize this person as Stalin with his hand up like this. There's all these various items, shots of vodka and flowers and different paraphernalia around the base of it.
This must be Stalin's grave.
And there looks to be like a box and like a phone on the wall. You just reach your hand and there's like a lever in here that you begin to turn. Observation room.
We need the location of Dr. Ernie. We got to secure him and move him to another facility.
On what grounds? This facility is secure.
There are hostiles roaming the halls.
Well, he's in the safest place he could be.
We're moving him to a dark facility. Need to know only.
What clearance code do you have?
Can I attempt to use insane recall to try and remember an
Okay.
old ass Russian security code?
Do they have a code clearance?
It's an older code, but it's exit.
All right. Stand by. It's like a door that you didn't see before, just kind of like outlines on the wall in front of you. You hear a voice in Russian, "Not so fast."
Oh yeah, wheel around and see what it is.
And as you wheel around and turn, you see that the statue has lowered his arm and he's staring straight at you.
Oh shit.
Shooting that shit.
Did the statue speak Russian when it spoke to us or English?
It fucking moved. Die!
Unload, hitting this thing, fire. All the casings hit the ground, one little pebble, fall, and land
Oh,
on the
son
ground.
of a bitch.
Ethel's gonna try and shoot it in the head with the China Lake as she slowly retreats towards the door. That is a 1.
There's a huge explosion. You hear it mumbling something about capitalist pig, and rocks and shit fly everywhere. And it's sort of like a frame now. There's pieces of it falling off. It looks like it did some pretty severe damage to it.
I softened it up for you.
I'm going to start walking back towards the door, and it's at that moment that the heel of my boot hit something, and I look down and notice a perfectly good RPG-7 with a tandem warhead sitting on the ground for 10 luck.
They just leave the damnedest things in here.
Have fun, Grandma.
You're gonna get it, you commie pig.
13 pulls out a fairly large gun known as the Fuck It gun, and he's going to load it up with some of the casings. And so 13 is a proponent of recycling.
It's not whether we want to recycle something or not. It's about, can we sell it?
Use some of the rock chunks.
So this thing goes off, goes right past him and hits that flag. And in a second, that flag is just vaporized. He swings. It's really slow, and you're able to duck out of the way. He will attempt to hit you again with his other gun. These rolls are awful. He is so slow. You shoot this RPG right at him, and ideas are more powerful than guns. He explodes.
Say hello to Gorbachev for me.
Grandma, I'm actually curious. Was that spot real, or could you wipe it off? Was that just painted on his forehead?
I can neither confirm or deny that it was Marker.
You're moving him, I guess. I guess we're out of here then.
Open the door.
Yeah, good luck with him. Flips a couple switch and you hear this huge door unlocked. One guy looks at the other, he's like, do you know how to get the hell out of here? He's like, no, usually wait for those cult of Stalin guys to relieve us. Shit. So he puts down his backpack and they sit back down and drink some vodka. Like radioactive suits hanging up.
I think we should put these on.
There's like a little wash area where you can see there's nozzles and shit, and there's a door right there.
Does it look like it would fit over my suit?
Yeah.
All right, I will put one on.
Help me get the leg on, Bonnie. I can't bend so good no more.
Is there one suit with little areas for 13's ears?
He looks like a 70s hippie. So he's got bell bottoms and a plaid shirt, a lot of chains, some platform shoes, and you can see he's got these hands are 2 clamps. They glow like purple.
You must be Dr. Ernie.
The path is a spiral, but you must have climbed many steps. Karameshva has sent you.
Okay.
Are you here of your own free will, or are you a prisoner?
My mind is free, therefore I am not a prisoner.
Do you help us build a device that would stop the Yogg-Sothoth from destroying our world? I have the paperwork.
Karameshva has sent you, then obviously I am here to help.
Yeah,
this is what you want me to build?
What is it exactly?
This is a device. Apparently will absorb some sort of energy.
Correct. We need to stop the black liquid from destroying the world. And Yogg-Sothoth and Cthulhu, and it's very complicated at the end of the day.
Yeah, we're not sure if the Yogg-Sothoth is the same thing as Cthulhu, or if it's like a byproduct, but it needs to go. Otherwise, they're blowing up this rock.
You have determined the choice of the planet that will be destroyed.
I shall create this device for you.
Will it cause harm to anyone else or only to this energy?
It will reduce whatever it is to a manageable size.
And how do we deal with it once it is at a manageable size?
Then maybe it can be reasoned with.
What's that other way lead to?
The vats.
Vats for what?
Experiments and shit.
Such as cloning Stalin?
Something like that.
That's probably how they got all them Gonzalez clones.
Well, we should destroy it at least. It's better than doing nothing.
There are like 30 vats. They've got to be like 12-foot high cylinders. They all have some kind of liquid. You can see it bubbling with a bunch of tubes and stuff that leads straight up. Each one has got like some kind of panel with a bunch of numbers on it. Either the glass is opaque or the liquid is. It's hard to tell.
Well, I guess we just start killing them.
What do these buttons do? Is there like a execute button, like a boil feed? Can we broil it?
You speak Russian better than I do, Grandma.
You and I don't know computers. We gotta look around for like a control surface somewhere. There's something about oxygen levels in the fluid. Can we find like a valve or something and shut that off? Whatever's in there should probably die, I would think.
Definitely like a power conduit that goes up into the wall, and it looks like it goes out through the ceiling. And then as you look on the wall, you realize there's a ladder, and halfway up it stops. And there's like no ladder. And then you realize that there's a place to put a ladder there to get up into the ceiling. And there's a low lit room with a couple red lights. And in the center, sitting on like a pedestal, is a coffin.
I don't know, we got that Gonzalez in a coffin last time.
Might be a control coffin, maybe something like he was in before. Would you like to open it and then I shoot inside if we see Gonzalez?
She's going to whip that lid off and hit the dirt.
A figure pops up, starts to look, and sees you, Bonnie. It looks like Stalin.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. No, he does not live. I don't care. I've played enough Red Alert 1 to know what Stalin does.
It's time to celebrate.
He's getting the full auto.
Eat American lead, you commie bastard.
The bullets just they hit him. They just go into him. It almost looks like he's absorbing them. He raises his arm. He's got a sickle in his hand. And throws it at you. Misses you. It sticks right into the wall.
13, we need that wand of Orcus up here fast.
Screw it. Ethel's going to try and hoof him right in the nuts.
Those are his favorite nuts.
He's able to like knock you to the side with his arm because he dodged. He reaches up with his other hand. He's got a hammer in it. He swings and misses.
So yeah, 13's going to climb up the ladder, take a swing with the wand of Orcus.
His body and stuff start to like desiccate and get blackened, like his whole neck and arm.
That's right, takes that hell stick.
I would like to run up to Stalin and try to pin him.
Grab him and pin him down inside the coffin.
Go 13, beat the crap out of him.
And 13's going to continue to beat the crap out of him.
Yeah, that about destroys him as he's like shriveling up right before your eyes. There's not much left to him.
This ICP that Ethel has been handed, what is it?
It's the ice cold propellant. You spray them with Fago.
Given Ethel doesn't know what the hell it does, she's going to point it at him and shoot it.
So you spray him with this orange liquid, like all over his face, and it instantly freezes.
I'm going to put both hands on the back of his neck and 2 hands underneath each arm, and I'm just going to pull as hard as I can until I can pop something off.
His head just shatters, goes everywhere.
That seemed to have worked out quite well.
Well, anyone got any good ideas to get rid of these cables?
Bullets tend to work quite well.
You want to let them have it, Tommy?
You're saying so yes. That is a critical fail.
You see Tommy firing and these cords and power being cut. The weapon just goes click, 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 and he hits it, fires, he hits the coffin itself, and there's a huge electric burst of energy that just shoots out through the room. And the coffin just kind of disintegrates. It just like blows apart. Bonnie, you take no damage because it was extreme.
And I was in the coffin too, Bonnie.
Walk away without any injury.
13's down to 0 hit points.
Today's your lucky day, punk.
13, as he gets hit with this electrical blast, it goes through him, but then kind of this aura comes out of the wand, envelops him for just a second, and it kind of negates some of the electricity.
A really, really burnt baked potato.
Holy shit!
I need to lay down.
Yeah, you don't look so hot, kid.
You start to hear popping noises like glass shattering. So as you head down the ladder, you can see that all the containment vats are one by one popping. The glass is just shattering, and whatever this liquid that was in it holding whatever is now released onto the floor.
Run!
Like, you guys seeing like some kind of black ooze in some of them, and then there looks like to be some kind of humanoid, and there's some kind of like half insect, half person. You spot the distinct turtle shell laying face down in some of this ooze.
I'd recognize Machio, but it's not like I'm going to save him or something right now. We're running out of it.
True, we are carrying 13.
I don't even know if the rocket worked.
I don't know. Bonnie can fly it.
I think my grandmother is a better pilot than I am. The thing is, we don't know what type of damage it had, and last time we saw it, it did kind of... You know, actually, now that I think about it, last time we had it, my grandmother's the one who crashed it.
There you go.
Probably best if we don't have her fly it. Let's just get out of here through the top. We can find a vehicle.
For 10 luck, we can get parachutes and jump out of the rocket.
I don't have 10 luck, unfortunately. I don't have any. I feel very unlucky.
And then you see these things start falling out of the drones like it's dropping stuff. Wait, they have parachute on them.
Are they pamphlets?
Don't shoot it. And you see something and lands like on the hood of the MRS, bounces and lands on the ground.
I'm going to approach it cautiously.
You pick it up. It's got the symbol of Taco Bell on it. The airdrop has arrived. I will take burrito.
Just a bunch of burritos were dropped. MREs are bad for the environment, so they got these biodegradable Taco Bell wrappers.
Part of an agreement with the Lutheranian that we would airdrop Taco Bell.
See, it's biological warfare. You got to give the enemy the shits.
I think we're just driving out of here in a very inconspicuous MLRS.
You see a soldier in his white camo pop up, and he's got an RPG.
Oh, good heavens.
And he starts to point it at you, and then you see, it looks like he gets grabbed from behind, and he drops the weapon, and he's like flailing around like somebody's got him in some kind of chokehold.
I run to grab the RPG, seeing what it did to the big statue inside.
And that dude collapses, and then standing in front of you, ha! I got him!
Yeah, let's get the hell out of here.
You like that move?
Yeah, come on,
That was a good
Skeletor.
one.
It's called the rear naked blade. They use it all the time on the penis.
Yes, I do.
All right, I will fire 3 at where it looks like the rocket would be coming out of.
This big ploof of smoke is coming out now, the center of this base. You see what looks like 2 figures seem to be flying, and they go right inside the where you blasted the hole.
It's the Rocketeer.
Well, you get on the tugboat, and there's all the scraps of crap that Skeletor had before. Big pile there. Ernie just kind of sits down, and he looks like he goes in some sort of meditative state, and the pieces start to emerge out of the pile, start to move around, and in an instant, he builds it. and just kind of sets it down in front of it.
And how does this device work? I'm going to look and see if there's a big red button or anything.
It's like a car battery size with a big red button on top. So yeah, you hit the button, and in an instant, you see the black ooze that was on the water out here in the Shadowfell just recede.
Now, will this affect only the Shadowfell or both worlds at the same time?
It should affect all worlds. This thing's working great. I'm getting a whole lot more channels now. Look, 13, you wake up as you hear Luther's like, this stuff's really good. This is really good. I'm starting to see things.
13's gonna roll his eyes.
Luther, what are you seeing?
You can't have my pot. Get away from me. This is the good stuff. On the deck, about 3 foot tall, is a Pikachu.
Oh, good heavens.
There's no black stuff on this.
He's got black spots on him.
Grandma, we have rogue Pikachus.
What is that thing?
A threat. Can I just lift my foot up and stomp down on its head?
But he looks so cute.
So did Ho Chi Minh, and look what happened when we let him live.
I know I had to chase that bastard for years.
You stomp on him, body like goes up around your shoe like this. And then as you raise your foot out, he pops up with a big foot imprint on his face, and he makes his way to that black box, and then he grabs it and just kind of hugs it.
I don't know, is that what you call a pokey, man?
Yes.
I can try to get rid of this thing. Try to whack it with the wand.
You hit it, and it kind of bounces off of it. It leaves kind of a skull imprint on his body. And then now he has more little black spots on him.
What do you want, creature?
Like picks up the box and it's like...
I think he wants us to give back the energy that we took.
You can't have this, you little shit.
So no one knows anything about Cthulhu.
Well, I know it ate my soul one time.
I know, I tried to kill all of
What, this thing?
It was like 100 foot tall or some shit, and all covered in black stuff. It's pretty rubbery. It's like hitting a plushie.
I'm going to put my hand on its shoulder and squeeze and just see what it feels like.
You like grab it and it holds for a second. You can see your finger imprints and then it comes back out. You take 4 damage.
Oh!
As you pull your hand back and you see like black stuff on it.
Right through the glove and everything. Disgusting. And the suit. I'm going to take the joint.
Luther smoking a tube sock full of weed.
And walk over to Cthulhu and put it in Cthulhu's mouth and see if I can get it high and mellow. Yeah, breathe in deeply, Cthulhu.
He hands it back to you.
Oh, that's a very considerate Pikachu.
You didn't think this campaign would come to just getting high in the Shadowfell.
On a boat run by Skeletor.
Yeah, so Skeletor's got a suitcase full of crap. Like stuff's falling out of it. He's trying to jam it closed, shut. Luther grabs all the pot. And everybody kind of crowds around 13.
Hey, Cthulhu, we're going on a vacation. Let us go.
Is this Pikachu allowed in Calico?
They probably won't want him there, but they will have no choice.
I mean, what?
Just be prepared. Calico has been compromised by Dr. Gonzalez. It will be different. The Traveler is leading a resistance band, but it will eventually fail. Dr. Gonzalez has taken over and is powerful. Lay a low profile and make her way to the bakery.
I am very...
And a code word for something.
What are you trying to do? Find some donuts?
In the basement. In the grease trap.
What?
The hell kind of code words is that?
All right.
There's a plug. You just need to pull the plug.
And you appear in the arena, but it's hard to recognize the arena. It is full of black slime, and there is a big wave of earwigs that are just a big swarm that's just swirling overhead. It just feels like chaos is in the air. There are 2... They look like Dr. Gonzalez, but they're wearing those weird outfits that have all the buckles, like Michael Jackson from the Bad video. The mayor, we've got new arrivals, and you see a figure in a black cloak turn, and you see it's Dr. Gonzalez. It's about time you've arrived. The hell took you so long?
And then we had a couple people get off. I mean, that's not even worth mentioning. I
didn't get off.
Yeah, Luther is like going by, grabbing plants as he goes, like trying to grab as many as he can.
already increasing Lithuania's GDP. I'm wearing gloves anyway.
Well, at least you won't catch an STD.